Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect. And I want to get into basically a chat GPT. I typed in black women. The black women are losing their jobs at a astounding rate. All right, and this was not by coincidence. All right, because at the end of the day, the so-called black woman is a part of the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, starting with Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. And as the men get in order, all right, women have a responsibility as well if they want to be saved. All right, and the only way a woman is really going to submit to a man, and it's in America or in these latter times, is if all hell breaks loose. See, in the Most High, He knows that. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, they know that. Yahweh Yahushai knows that. So this is why a lot of calamity, a reason why calamity is going to happen, because the so-called white man, and people don't like when we speak about the black woman, but it's the truth. All right, and they are they're daughters of Zion, right? They're Israelite women, and Israelite women will be delivered. Okay, with there will be Israelite women delivered, a lot of them. All right, but before that happens, the Lord is going to humble a lot of the women in our nation. He's going to humble them the same way the men had to be humbled. Now, all right, being humiliated in this society, being the lowest on the totem pole. All right, starting with the so-called black man, Judah. All right. Now, the reason why I brought it up like this instead of bringing out all these articles is because I'm able to present more information quicker than actually going through all of these articles. And it provides you with the sources. Man, when the Lord said knowledge will increase, boy, it did. And it's convenient, to be honest. It's real convenient to have access to all this information, and you be able to skim through it quickly. All right, without prolonging things. All right. It says in April 2025, black women experienced the largest job loss among all demographic groups. And that's not, I'm going to say it again, it's not by coincidence. Okay, this is Isaiah 32 happening. All right, this is women being humbled. All right, it says shedding 106,000 jobs as employment fell from 10.325 million in March to 10.2 million in April. All right, the decline brought their unemployment rate to 6.1, rising sharply from 5.1 in March. It says overall since February, this is not too long ago. So from since February until April, black women have lost 304 jobs, with the steepest declines coinciding with federal downsizing. Now, a lot of black women hold federal jobs. All right, they have nice squishy jobs. They're comfortable. They got good benefits. And the devil, who black women love to run to call the police on a man. All right, to sick the so-called white man on the black man for child support, which is wicked. And, to run to the damn devil instead of trying to work something out with the father. Putting the so-called white man in your business. He don't have shit to do with that. Any little inconvenience, But anyway, A lot of black women have very comfortable jobs. My grandmother, she was able to work 30 years for the government, buy a home, pass her home down after she passed to her daughters. So a lot of these black women, which my grandmother was a black woman, a single black woman with 5 children. She went and got her government job. Now, did she work? Yeah, she worked for 30 years. She caught the train to work every day. You know, she walked to the train station. But nevertheless, you know, she had to work for it, but nevertheless, these federal jobs, like how they were before, Donald Trump is shaking things up. All right, so when a person is in a state of comfort, that's why the Lord put us in uncomfortable positions sometimes, is because he don't want us to get too comfortable here in this society. All right, Isaiah 32:9, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Let's look up that word ease. Secure, careless, because being at ease will make you careless. It'll make you careless. It'll make you in a state of comfort where you ever see some of these celebrities and they always got somebody to attend to them. They always got assistants, and they got, you know, people all at their beck and call. They're not alert. They're not attentive to what's going on. They're in la-la land. That's what comfort, when you're too comfortable, that's what it brings. It brings carelessness. And women are careless. It says wanton. They got wanton eyes. They looking everywhere. Arrogant, because what does a black woman do when she get money? And we're not, look, this is not a black woman rant. All right? I mean, certain brothers feel how they feel about black women. You know, are they out of order? Yeah, they are. They are out of order. But, I mean, it is what, to be honest, the Lord He gonna deal with these women. All right? And it ain't gonna take much, man. To be honest, I don't like talking about the black woman too much, because at the end of the day, we're above them. You know what I'm saying? You talking about somebody so much that's beneath you, not in a derogatory sense, but, you know, she's a woman. You know, our forefathers didn't speak about women a lot. Come on, they just woman. She's just here to help us, man. You know, this is our world. The CEO of a company ain't talking about his fucking workers all, you know. That's just, you know, that's just my mindset, you know, whatever. Do we have to speak about it? Yes, it's in the Bible. You know? And do they make us angry sometimes? Yes, they do. I'd be a damn liar if I say they didn't. When you see these damn gremlins and these demons walking the street and how they treat their children, it makes you angry. How they dress, how they act. But, you don't worry. Soon as that shit start, it ain't gonna be too long. Isaiah 4:1 gonna come. It ain't gonna be long for these women to get in order, because they ain't gonna be able to survive. Women can't defend themselves. They can't. But anyways, arrogant. First thing a black woman do when she get money, I don't need no man. If a man want me, he got to bring yada to the table. This and that. Arrogant, she don't want to hear nothing. Security, pride, right? Pride, because women, when they get prideful. It's so easy for a woman to get prideful because she doesn't have wisdom like that. She doesn't have the wisdom of a man to be able to balance herself out. You know, I don't think women have that conscience in their mind, like, damn, I'm tripping. I'm tripping, man. I'm going too far. But arrogance, one at ease. All right. So the Lord is speaking about saying, rise up, ye women that are at ease. All right. And these are times that that these women should, look around and see what the hell is going on. Not, of course, with the wisdom like a man, because she don't have it. But anybody with a mind, or anybody with a functioning brain, should be able to see something's a little wrong with society. All right, and a woman, she's really good at surviving. So a woman can look out in the world and say, "Hold up, man, I think I'm gonna have to bust these couple moves right here," because a woman, they good at surviving. It says, "Give ear unto my speech." How do women give ear to the Lord's speech? They have to listen to the prophet. See, women aren't exempt from listening to the Lord. All right. Well, if they got to listen to the men of the Lord. All right. The same way men have to listen to other men. Well, guess what? You women, contrary to what Daddy Devil told you, you gonna have to listen to that man to get out of here. Get out of where? America. You gonna have to listen. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail. Let's look up that word vintage. The grape crop. Okay, speaking of crops, but in modern day time, talking about that money, talking about that shmoney. All right, talking about them goodies that y'all get. EBTs, SNAP, government assistance, Section 8, the goodies. All right, the ventures is going to fail. All right, you already see certain people getting cut off of SNAP and EBT. All right, the housing situation is looking rocky. It says the gathering shall not come, and you're going to have to be covered by a man of the Lord. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare and gird sackcloth upon your loins. Let me read this in the NLT. Tremble, ye women at tremble, you women of ease. Throw off your complacency. Because a woman has forgotten what she was put on earth to do. The same way we have forgotten as men, and that's why the Lord had to stir up our minds by the way of remembrance. See, we was put on earth to serve Yahweh. Okay, that's what the scriptures say. All right, the scriptures say, let's hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. All right, we was here to put on earth to serve our Creator. All right, and you women were put on earth to serve your man. What did the Lord say? It is good that man should not live alone. All right, and he decided to give him some help. All right, an assistant. All right, that's what a helpmeet is an assistant. A help. All right, so it says throw off your complacency, strip off your pretty clothes. All right, women in this society, they wear fancy clothes, tight clothes. They, our women, especially of the Southern tribe, they have these nice clothes on. It says, and put on burlap to show your grief. All right. It says, verse 12, they shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. All right, they're going to lament for the teats. It says, the breast of a human and an animal. Okay, they're going to lament for it. for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. All right. And in modern day terms of what I said earlier, the goodies are going to be taken away from you. Why? Because it's time for Jacob's trouble to come. It's time for prophecy to be fulfilled. It's time for Isaiah 4:1 to happen. All right. In order for these things to take place, certain people, they got to be humbled. Certain things have to happen. All right. Because in this state, the Lord is going to share in a state of chaos. That's humbling. When society goes from functioning to you having to don't know where your next meal going to come. That's humbling. That's a humbling experience. All right. The Lord is humbling. He's going to humble everyone. All right. You see now, you look at society. No, this ain't the end all be all. All right. This ain't the end all be all. Let me go back to here. Underlies and a lot of black women, they work for the federal workforce, as you can see. Black women are disproportionately represented in federal roles, making up about 12% of federal workers, compared to 7% of overall civilian workforce. So the government, they love to hire black women. And it goes here, the DEI was cut. So they got cut. Emotional and household impact. You see, and a lot of black women, they are single. A lot of black women are single. They're the least married women on the planet on the planet Earth. They're the least married, especially here in the United States. So a lot of them, they don't have support that a so-called white woman would have, or Indian woman would have, or so-called Chinese woman would have, because most likely those women are married. So when a black woman gets fired or she gets cut, she's on her own. And that's a significant impact towards black women, because they don't have the same help as another race of women. They're going to have to go to the government for food assistance. And if they have children, that's the funny part about it. Black women they have children, but they're not married. So, and if you have children from this black woman that she got to go to Daddy E to go get some money, then that's what that's going to do. You got to get put on child support. You got kids from this man, and you ain't working, So it's a the Lord is working to work. That's what I'm gonna say. He's working to work in the earth, and it's all leading to prophecy anyway, man. So the unemployment rate was 5.1, and it's gotten higher. Black unemployment overall up to 7.2. 300,000 black women left or pushed out. The unemployment rate is rising amongst black women. All right. So you black women, and people getting tired of your shit at the job, man. You walking in and smacking that gum and you talking loud and all, and people tired of you, man. People tired of you, Keisha. They tired of you, man. All right, y'all better be on your best behavior at work. Be on your best behavior. Then black women, majority of them are single, so they might gotta take off early. I gotta go get my kid, or they gotta leave early, because they don't have help like that. They're not married, so they have discrepancies with their jobs because they're single mothers. And you can run the numbers. I'm not just, you just talking. Majority of black women are single. If you're not married, you're single. According to E, the so-called white man, that's what he says. It's a lot of single black women out here. But they have children. But anyways, all the sources are here if you see them. So you can look them up yourself. And you go back and look, man. Hey, you women, man, rise up. And with that, shalom.